It was at a point back then where I was depressed because I was like, this shit ain't working, you know what I'm saying? The music shit, I'm broke as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Ain't shit going. And like now, I can finally say, hey, Mom, I got you.
Before K-Camp landed himself on the XXL 2015 Freshman Class list.
I just wanted everybody in my school to hear my shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just playing it on my bus and I woke up in the morning like, hey, man, listen to this shit. But nah, after a while, when I figured out I was actually good at this shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay.
Before K-Camp would collaborate with Snoop Dogg, T.I., French Montana, Jeremiah, Yo Gotti, Fetty Wap, and 2 Chainz. Who used to be referred to as Titty Boy. Glad he changed that. Before K-Camp's debut album, The Only Way Is Up, would climb to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and he'd show his softer side with tracks like Comfortable.
I'll be right here next to you.
Hey, let's go.
Before K-Camp was nominated for a BET Hip Hop Award for Best Club Banger with his track Cut Her Off.
It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off.
Now listening to Cut Her Off, one would assume that K-Camp doesn't have much loyalty when it comes to women. But the truth is, the dude is a bit of a mama's boy, and for good reason. He comes from a family that has always been musically inclined. At 12, he first started rapping and found local success while in high school. It wasn't until he dropped out of college that he decided to make it his end goal. He was working at a movie theater and moving some dope until his music started popping off. It was then his mother quit her job to start managing the rising star, and he kept pushing to become more than just an Atlanta rapper, aspiring to become one of the greats. He also managed to catch for himself a DUI, so I got no idea how he filmed this music video.
Drinking out the bottle, started going in, going hard for a throttle. Instagram lights got a feeling like a model. If you're looking for the drug, don't worry, I got it.
What's going on, guys? My name's MCCRUDDEN, documenting the life and career of K-Camp and his come-up story, here for you on Before They're Famous. I want to give a special shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video, and as always, be sure to let us know in the comments down below who you want us to document next. And G Herbo is coming. I'm sorry, just we make a lot of videos, but it's coming.
K-Camp. That's simple, man. My first name is Chris, my last name is Campbell, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I used to go by a young one. And then I felt like I wasn't a young nigga no more, so I had to switch that shit, but
K-Camp was born Christopher Campbell on April 27, 1990 in Milwaukee, but his parents split and he moved with his mother and his sister to the north side of Atlanta when he was 2. Between his 2 parents, he's the oldest of 5 siblings with 2 younger sisters and 2 younger brothers. If you want to know more about K-Camp's relationship with his father, be sure to check out his track Control on his album Only Way Is Up, where his dad leaves him a heartfelt voicemail. Little Christopher took an interest in music at a young age, loving the Temptations. Other artists he admired include Tupac, Biggie, Andre 3000, Lil Wayne, Dr. Dre, Jeezy, Gucci, and Snoop Dogg. He also had some music in his genetics with a long line of family members working in the business.
everybody in my family came up on music. My auntie, my uncles played the guitar, piano. My uncle used to play in Las Vegas for like Michael Jordan.
Prior to rapping, K-Camp fell in love with basketball and played all the way through his years in school at Osborne High School in Marietta, Georgia. According to an interview his mama gave to Say Cheese TV, he also attempted to start a clothing line.
He wanted to be an NBA star, and then, you know, just like anybody else, he came in, he wanted to come up with a clothing line, and then he had this rap thing. He had been rapping since he was like 13, 14 years old.
Hey, Say Cheese TV, I credited you there just fine. In high school, K-Camp and his boys, they formed a group known as HBC, the Head Buster Clique, but he told his mom it stood for Historical Black Colleges. Together, the group would rap and do some performances at open mic contests, but K-Camp was the only one taking it serious.
I knew. It was never forced, you know what I'm saying? They told me I was dope as hell, you know what I'm saying? But I hear this shit all the time, so I was just like, all right, cool. But after a while, I just knew that this is what I needed to do.
His friend Dave had a studio in his house and he would go there and record. In his senior year, his basketball career came to an end when he fractured his ankle, and then his mom pushed him to go to college, but he didn't last there long. He attended the University of West Georgia. While there, he was still focused on his rapping and would burn CDs and then pass them out. But he'd watch people throw them on the ground. If that weren't bad enough, well then, the unthinkable happened. With no books, K-Camp had had enough and convinced his mom that school wasn't for him. He returned home, got a job at a movie theater, and found a few other ways to make some money.
You ain't never sold no drugs or nothing?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. He scored his first hometown success with Party Anthem All Night in 2008 and began building up a name for himself in the vibrant Atlanta club scene. Places like Club Mariachi, where he would rub shoulders with Travis Porter and Waka Flocka Flame. Around this time, K-Camp was being managed by one of his buddies and would perform his track Up All Night at open mic events. They knew how to get their tracks played in the clubs, but they didn't know how to get them on the radio. It was then K-Camp turned to his mom and asked her to step in and become his manager. Or momager.
He came in my room one day and he was like, "Mom, you need to start managing me. They like my music." And I was like, "Boy, close my door. Just close my door and go back downstairs."
Eventually his mom got on board, and this lady doesn't mess around. She quit her job, began studying the business and scouting out mentors. She built an office in the house and a recording studio, and her son got to work. His next big break would come in 2012 when he was featured in Miko Montana's club hit, Do It. Let's take a look. That song blew up, but Miko was getting all the recognition, all the money, and K-Camp hardly even appeared in the video. He would have another major setback around this time when he picked up a DUI charge. One can imagine that this was a pretty shitty time in K-Camp's camp, but the kid got back to work and a freestyle turned into his first radio hit, Money Baby. And of course, the dude was driving in this music video as well. How the hell did he manage to do that? I have no idea.
I like turning up, and I like brand new shit, so this is what I love. I like that money, baby.
Finally, K-Camp was catching a break, and there was this girl who he had been after who messaged him randomly to meet up. He then ran to the gas station to pick up some drinks to entertain his guest, but by the time he got back, she'd already fleed out. Pissed off, he got to work on the track, cut that bitch off. Within 30 minutes, it was produced. Then 2 Chainz, he wanted in on it, as did T.I., and well, all of a sudden, K-Champ was signed to Interscope Records, and 2 radio hits were under his belt. The dude was finally making some money.
What would be the first thing you buy with that big check?
Big check?
Yeah.
I'd probably get mom to do something nice.
Your mom.
You know what I'm saying? She worked hard for it.
Now if you guys are looking to catch a future concert of K-Camps or any other artist or even sporting event, I want to introduce you guys to SeatGeek. Boom! This is the world's largest event ticket search engine. What they do is search all the event tickets, places on the web where you could go get the best seat possible at the best price. SeatGeek puts a 1 to 100 score on each ticket to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad one. Green means good and bad means no. Yeah, I guess that's kind of obvious. Now, because I'm a big fan of all my subscribers and all my viewers, I've gotten you guys $20 back the first time you use SeatGeek. You can use the promo code FAMOUS. It's that easy. There's a link down below. And we all know you're going to be buying tickets to something, so why not go and do it now? Do something special. Maybe treat your mom to a night out. Not a bad idea. As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is Before They're Famous. My name is MCCRUDDEN. Thank you for checking out this video. We do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. We have done a bunch of rappers. We've done a bunch of guys from the freshman class, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Yachty, 21 Savage. We did that one recently. Be sure to check those out. Also hit subscribe and I'll see you guys in another video. My phone's going off. I wonder who it is. Oh, it's my mom.
My all-time favorite K-Camp song would have to be In Due Time. That's the one he actually talks about me quitting my job to help him chase his dreams.